Well, hello everyone. I'm Cheryl A.K. Funny Godmother, and I was muted because Mercury retrograde. The stream deck is not working at all here. It's just not. Even though it was working, lights, well, one light is on. It's just that kind of time. Yeah. And so it's hard to set up Puppet when one needs hand for operating computer. And that's, yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you for the hype train. Chugga, 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 choo, choo. Chugga, 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 choo, choo. You should go and see what other things were done while we were in break. Okay, I will do that. That's, yeah. Thank you for the resub, Krellin. Yeah, yeah. And thank you for the resub, Demolition. 101 in binary. Doopa, 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 doo, doo, doo. That's a
Choo
hype
choo.
beat. Chugga, 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 choo, choo, choo. And thank you for those watch streaks, everyone. Hello, hello. I'm Mo, the Magic Mafia's bartender. We are an organized joy syndicate. Yeah, yeah. We're here to, make sure that once you're a
All
member,
aboard. Choo choo to you.
choo choo to you too, Vasco the Gamer. Hello, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy Sunday. Yeah, we made it to this day of Sundays. Yes. And I don't mind our Pika overlord here. Sprinkles would be cranky, but I am fine. I am open minded about all of this. I can share the spotlight. I'm not sensitive about that sort of thing. Such a lad, yes. We are in the holiday season, and one has only a few weeks to wear all of the holiday things, and one accumulates more holiday things at a more of a rate when one has, yeah. So we're diving in. We're diving in, yeah. But yeah, he's happy. He's got his packages. Speaking of holidays and Christmas, because so first of all, just friendly regular reminder that despite my regular employment, this stream is neither endorsed nor sponsored by the Pokemon Company International. Yeah, she just bought all this stuff with her monies and does that. Yeah. I don't. Is any of this stuff? I don't think any of this I got for free. I think there are a couple of things in Seattle that I got for free at random points, but I don't think any of this qualifies. I mean, at least not from my job. That's there's free from other people, yeah. And that there's things I've bought with discount, but yeah, yeah. There is an Easter egg somewhere here, but you won't know what it is until later. If you're very observant, you might know like what's changed, and you might be like, I wonder why that's there. But you'll find out. You'll find out. Hi, 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 Corpin Flagger. Hello, and hi, Jamplats. Happy Sunday. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, so the holiday Pichu and Pikachu. The funny thing is, like, they give off-brand vibes, but they have Tomy tags. Like they're legit. They're just like so early that Pokemon Center didn't exist. I'm not going to answer any questions about the Easter egg. It's just a maddening comment for you. Yeah. But there are so speaking of things, though, what's things? So this week, we are in the East Coast, and we're gonna have a life event because we are going to go to New York. We've already been to New York a lot. I'm so sorry, but that's not a life event for you, at least. Yeah, I know, but so I'm gonna Dave and I have tickets to the Macy's parade. Tickets. Well, don't people just watch on the side? Yeah, but if there are tickets that you cannot buy, you have to work for a company that has a balloon in the parade. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, so we're gonna go have that. We're gonna go do that. It's going to be a cold day, but you know, you don't get many chances. The opportunity's not a lengthy visitor, and it's exciting. And the thing is, like, when they offer the tickets, not very many people on the West Coast are going to jump on a chance to do that. But I was like, I believe I will be on the East Coast. So, so yeah, you'll have to take some videos and such and see what that's all about. Yeah, I don't know if I'll have enough of a remote battery for the thing, but we'll see. We'll see. I thought we were going to be in the Herald Square, but I'm not enough of a VIP for that, so we're going to be at the parade step-off grandstands, which is okay because it also means we'll get out of New York faster and get to our actual Thanksgiving dinner faster, and it's probably the best option for us. It just means less chance that you will probably like see us in the broadcast, but yeah. Oh, Corbin Flagger, you have no idea about the context or why this parade is the thing. Great question. So in the United States, chugga 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 hype train. In the United States, and Thanksgiving, there is a parade in New York City, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and they shut down the city, and it's like a whole big deal. It's broadcast nationwide, live. It's like 3 hours long. It starts with a bunch of, so New York's huge, right? And so the parade starts at Central Park, and while the parade is making its way down to Herald Square where Macy's is, they start the broadcast down at Macy's, and they have the Broadway shows that have opened that year do like live previews, like songs and stuff, and then they start showing they bring in like high school marching bands from around the country, and they bring in but they're most known for their huge balloons, just big giant balloons. And Thanksgiving is on Thursday this week, so that's the Thursday of this week. So if you have any American friends, they will be incommunicado or very communicado Thursday, and then sometimes Friday. Yeah, the formula is always the last Thursday of every November, whatever that one is. Yeah, I think it's the last one. I don't think it's the fourth one, but I don't know. Do they let me high five the Pika balloon? They will not. That's not part of it. But I will, of course, spiritually high five. Also, the Pika balloon, I believe this year's is the one where he's in the sleigh with Evie, and so like he's busy driving. I don't think he's like in high five position. So thank you all for the hype train. But yeah, so it's like a thing. And there are other parades that feature balloons and things, but this is it's a very celebratory sort of thing. Yeah. America's version of Midsummer. Tell me more about that. Do you have like with more parades and less dancing? Maybe, yeah, maybe. And the funny thing is, like, it is summer in some places right now, so there's that. And one thing I've been struggling with as someone who designs a game that's available everywhere is like, how do you create a campaign for a holiday season that resonates with people in both hemispheres? Because like, if you've grown up in one hemisphere, you're like, oh, it's the holidays, it's winter. And you're like, but it's not. In half the world, it's not winter. Oh. And so, if you lean too far into like the winter narrative, then that's a very northern hemisphere centric thing. And so how do you create an environment that's celebratory, but inclusive? So that's something I've been struggling with this year, like pondering how create celebration without excluding parts of the world, and we'll see that. Yeah. And Kremlin has clarified that the Thanksgiving in the United States is the fourth Thursday. So if the first or second is a Thursday, there will be another. Oh, so there will be another Thursday in November after Thanksgiving. Mind blown. And then, of course, Canada has a different Thanksgiving, and it's in October, just to confuse people in North America. Yeah. And so, like my boss is Canadian, so he is out for a different Thanksgiving, but then also gets American Thanksgiving off because the offices are based in America. It's just, it's things. Yeah. But So those are things. Those are things. Um, so everything looks totally normal and fine, right? Yeah, and that's a lie. This stability is a myth, right? So, everything looks exactly the same as the last time you saw a moment. And that is true. I mean, that is factually true. But what has been going on in my world is I have been moving the last few weeks. And yes, we did move in September. And then we moved again in January. And yet you moved again. And so, you know, yeah, stability never met her. So we've had a whole journey. And the last time we talked, I'd come back to Seattle from the Pittsburgh Philly book tour. But then a few days later, you moved from one portion of the Pacific Northwest to another portion of the Pacific Northwest. Yeah. Now, and mind you, the it's very complicated because we also had to switch cars for reasons. And like, if you do not live in the United States, the reasons are going to sound really bonkers. Because, so I'm not going to go into them here. But suffices to say, I needed to get one car needed to go back to the home state in which it was registered, and the other car needed to go away. Hi, Jakey. And so Dave drove us to Pittsburgh. And then he drove me to Cincinnati to get a flight, and then he just kept driving. And so Thursday, after our last stream, he arrived at my previous place in Seattle, which is great. And then he started helping me get ready for the move, which was on Saturday that week, where I had to go into this new apartment, which I had only seen remotely. Yeah. So you live near the apartment and you still never saw it. Yeah, it's travel schedules, and like they also like they didn't really have a lot of in-person bookings, and I really did want to get out fast, and I wanted that apartment, and it was too. I tried to set up a couple in-person ones in September. It never worked out, so it's just like fine, let's just do the virtual tour. Let me tour this thing. And it looked fine, and we booked it, and then when I tried to apply for the apartment, it started disappearing off of the internet, and I knew that was the right one for me because it was haunted. Yeah, we don't have time to unpack all of that. So big move day, and my friends and family were so supportive. Like my friend Stella and Stefan came out and like built the couch I had ordered. And when I say built, I spend a lot of money on two things: couch and bed, because I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and so I need comfortable places to be vertical, to be horizontal. And so I had this complex love sack, and they were like, it's like Legos, we totally want to do it. And so they were so supportive. And then my brothers-in-law came out to help with we ended up having to rent a truck because of course they were going to bring their truck, but of course it didn't start, which is entirely on brand for you. Yeah. But so we just rented a U-Haul and brought the big stuff over from my other place. Now, did like boxes fall down and get dropped and stuff? Yes. Thankfully, I overpacked for what was a very short distance move, so it doesn't look like anything got broken. And to be fair, hiring professional movers, things still drop and get broken. So I got better coverage than if I had hired people to do it, and I just, it's fine. But it was a lot. It was stressful. It was a lot. And how come every time you move, the recycling bins are already full? I don't know. That's like another law of moving into places where other people live, is always the recycling bins are full when you try to bring your recycling down. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But I like the place. It's not quite as quiet as I had hoped. Like I do still hear the upstairs neighbors, but it doesn't sound like they run a bowling alley, which is great. Like I think it's workable. It is much, much quieter, and it's quantitatively better. Like it's just, there's no perceivable sewer trench nearby. It was also funny. Like I was driving to go to my friend's house where we were going to meet them to go load the truck, and we had just stopped at my new place. We were headed to my friend's house, and I had to stop because like two ducks just like decided that they were like, it's a duck crossing now, and just crossed in front of the road like a cartoon. Oh yeah. And it turns that the park that's next to where I live is just like full of ducks. Vasco da Gamer says professional movers may be an oxymoron. The last cross country move with the parents he's broke like a million mirrors. Previous house probably cursed forever. Yeah, I mean mirrors. I don't. You know, it's wild. The IKEA mirror that my parent, and so for context for those who haven't been here, Vasco da Gamer is my brother and Jam Platz is my mom. So say hi to the family, to Gamer. And also, hi, Mystery. Hello. Good to see you. Yeah. No major. I mean, will there be major construction? I mean, probably. But I also know that they did a huge repaving project in the city that I just moved to this year because I was disrupted by that too. So hopefully that'll be the end of it. The only construction I encountered was they were setting up a ice skating rink near me. Oh, we were trying to move. You know, hashtag fancy people problems. So, but it's you know, it's just measurably better. There's more, hopefully there's more than one way that there's multiple parking garage entrances. There is a parking garage so the cars aren't outside. And also like just I've not lived in a place that was run by a company whose entire business was running places. I've lived in places with HOAs who hire like management companies, which is not the same as a place whose whole job is to run apartment buildings. The vibe is entirely different. Like I just get so many emails from these people about like, welcome home. Here's the app and the check-in lists and the step-by-step instructions. And like, didn't they just like send you a link to like a mystery gift? Yeah, they're like, there's like a welcome gift or something. I don't know. And then they had like free caramel apples on Friday. There's like a WeWork thingy. Not official, but like a working lab with like a printer and like coffee machines and conference rooms. And there is a maker lab and a pool and a gym. It is just, and a secure package room. It is just measurably better. And you know, like staff members for who you can learn the name of, and they will give you control of the elevator when you're moving for 3 hours. And that was fun. Yeah, they turn it to single service and then they teach you how to like make it go, because it's not quite like they give you the keys to the elevator, but they turn it so that like you have to know how to hack it to use it. Yeah, business center, so that I don't need a printer. I don't want to maintain a printer. But it's just measurably better. And also like I had a maintenance issue and it's already been dealt with. Because I finally moved in and there's like something ticking like a time bomb. And I'm like, oh God, not again. And I thought it was my water heater because it was in the same space. It turns out there was a timer to auto turn on the bathroom fan. The guy's like, yeah, we get these calls a lot. We should have put WD-40 on it, but like there's this panel in front of your hot water heater and my guys didn't get to it, but I'll put it. Do you want me to just disable that thing? I'm like, yes. He's like, great. And is there anything else you want me to fix? I'm like, yeah. And like it has fancy digital doors and stuff. Yeah, there's like I have like so many ways to get into my apartment. Like, it's very hard to lock yourself. It's just it's better. They could demolition to be fair, demolition, if they had, so they have a 48-hour maintenance SLA, and if they had been if they had not hit when they showed up at like 4 p.m. that day and they had crossed out at end of business, they would have had to give me free rent for the next day. Also, isn't there something in your kitchen you're like super excited about? Well, first of all, the dishwasher works, because the dishwasher really didn't work in the last place, but I was renting from friends and I just didn't want to make them deal with it because like they had already dealt with other things and I could, like, I don't use enough dishes to really, it mostly worked and it's fine. But the dishwasher, but that's not it. I didn't know whether the fridge had an ice maker, and I am disabled, and ice packs make a huge difference. The new fridge in the old place did not have an ice maker because there's no water hookup to where the fridge is. But there is an ice maker in my new place. Oh yeah, you're really happy about that. Also, there's a washer and dryer and unit again. So I go back to the thing I've lived with for the last million years. Like that was a real backslide, was the using the shared things and dealing with that, which is, there's no shame in it, but like I'm disabled. And so taking big, heavy baskets of wet clothes like down an insanely long hallway and up and down stairs was not the look. Yeah, so this is measurably better on all fronts. Yes. It's just better. It's more expensive, but also I have more commute choices. If they put a sewer trench between me and work now, we have much bigger problems, which is that there's the work is probably fallen into the sewer. I will say, like, my neighbors were actually pretty good at using the shared laundry room. It was just the physicality of the shared laundry room that was a problem. And it was also maintained pretty reasonably well. Like, they had a company that was maintaining it, and they were rarely broken. Oh, what's my winter season ritual? Well, first of all, I like to rotate out holiday decorations, go open up the box, switch stuff out. I like to find the local holiday music station and pop that on for a little bit just to get into the mood. You did that when you were driving across the country. Yeah, because I know some states, like the holiday music will start on like November 1st. So it's funny because when we were driving to Pittsburgh, I think I found a holiday station, and we found out that the same radio station number had holiday music for like 3 states, which is an impressive cabal of holiday music if you think about it. Yeah, that's like a lot of coordination. Or it's just one big company that owns the same radio band in all of those states. Because it wasn't the same station, but it was the same net effect where you could just leave it on the number and be like, I am still entertained, right? Vasco da Gamer. It was very Hallmark. It was a very Hallmark situation. Was that Mariah's doing? Maybe. Don't know. Oh, Vasco da Gamer. Vasco da Gamer, do you have free time? You should come out. There's going to be a Christmas market in the Seattle Center this year. It feels like there's going to be like Hallmark vibes. And also, like, so the other thing is I live in a city that has a Christmas show that goes on nightly from Thanksgiving to Christmas. And so I had not actually figured out mathematically how I was going to cope with this, because last year when I was flying back and forth and I was staying like temporarily at the unit that I just moved out of, I was taking the bus to work and my bus stop moved because the parade, because as I mentioned before, parades are like a thing in the holidays. This nightly parade moved my bus stop. It just, so they are more concerned about the parades than the people. Yes. Oh, the Scandinavian Christmas market there. Always Christmas markets. If you're into Christmas, always Christmas markets. When the first time I went to the UK during the holidays, I was just like, I was not prepared. And I like, there was also I think maybe my first exposure to, I'm trying to think timeline wise, my first exposure to like Christmas European style was when Dave and I went to Iceland and then London and then Belfast for, yeah, that makes sense. That's how it was. For Thanksgiving, the year that I had my crazy hysterectomy. And, it was kind of like, well, let's do a big fling because, there's risk involved in this biggest surgery and I just want to do something big. Yeah. So you went to Iceland and had Thanksgiving dinner at the Blue Lagoon, as you do. Yeah, as you do. And then my plan had been to go to London after that, because that was when the Iceland Air was doing the thing where you could like do a free layover and you could go to London. And then there was this whole thing where Dave's a family friend was an executive producer of Game of Thrones, and they were about to shut down public tours of the set because they were about to destroy it for the finale. And so we went, Dave arranged for us to like bounce immediately from London to Belfast. And that was where I encountered the Christmas market concept for the first time in Belfast. And then when we came back to London, we were staying next to Hyde Park. And then if you've ever been to London at Christmas, Hyde Park is this huge park, and they basically build a Christmas theme park in it. Yeah, that's pretty great. Hi, Steve Jr. Hello. Welcome to the Magic Mafia, our organized joy syndicate. We usually hang out for a while. Just me, Mo, the Magic Mafia's bartender, or Sprinkles, who's not here right now. She lives on the other coast. And we all chat, and then we do lots of variety gaming. Yeah. We're talking Christmas markets right now. Iceland is amazing, although I've never had a more dangerous hot water spout than I did at my Airbnb in Iceland. Is it possible the parade is part of public transit? Can you ride the parade? You cannot. No. But, and also, like, I noticed, how hardcore the holiday commercials were. Like, in the United States, I think it's maybe gotten more prominent, but, like, it was just, like, every inch of the TV was holiday in the UK. And then a following year, I went to Germany. And the interesting thing was there, I was in Vienna on November 1st, and they were already setting up for the holidays there. And they were setting up, I think I ran into at least 3 different holiday market sites in Vienna, which is a huge city. I was like, I don't know, I might have to come back here sometime at Christmas because it looks like these people did not come to play. No, Germany is not, that was a long trip. So that trip I went to, I started in, Vienna's in Austria, but I started in Germany and I gave a workshop for BMW. And then I went down to Vienna for a day because some friends lived there. It was beautiful, Jakey. Yeah, it was gorgeous and beautiful. And you certainly wished you had more time. Like, we had this lovely walk in like a palace courtyard thing that I've posted pictures of a long time ago on my Instagram. We had like coffee at like this historic coffee place that a bunch of famous like scientists and philosophers. Like, it's pretty great. Hi there, Steve. You said hi. Hey, how are you doing? From Michigan, and you love he loves your Pokemon collection. Well, hey, train on. Welcome, Steve. Thank you. We love meeting other Pokemon fans here. You are welcome to join us here at the Magic Mafia, or Organized Joy Syndicate. Full disclosure, this stream is not actually sponsored or endorsed by my current employer, which is pretty easy to figure out if you go on the internets, which happens to be the Pokemon Company International. But that was not always this way. We've been streaming for nearly 10 years, and we have... it has always been, well, we didn't always have Pikachus in the background until we moved to Los Angeles, because before there was just a big giant staircase in the background. Yeah, and everybody thought you were going to fall into a vortex, but you didn't. Good job, you, not falling into the stair vortex. Thank you for that. And then the situation started to escalate, and boy, that was useful when I started my interviews. Yes, the hallway. Yeah, well, congratulations on that gift subscription, and thank you, Demolition. Yeah. But there's a cool restaurant at historical. All of Vienna's. And the thing about Vienna was like the scale. Vienna was huge. It felt like Vienna was like Europe, but like if you had selected a corner of it and just scaled it up 1.5. It was just so, the buildings were taller. It was bigger. It was so big. Oh, you love Pokemon Go? That's great, Steve Jr. I mean, you've said often you believe that the closest the world ever got to world peace was 2016. Yeah, oh my God. That summer when Pokemon Go came out in 2016, I was working at Amazon, and I've never felt more comfortable in downtown Seattle than when we were like chasing Pokemon in Pokemon Go and be like, hey, stranger, did you see that Dratini? Let's go find that Dratini. Those were good days. Yeah. There's actually a Pokemon Go club at my new apartment building, which makes me think there's probably other people who work at my employer that's there. But so I might get back into it. It was just never easy to find like critical mass. But the combination of now I work there again and now there's critical mass, and like maybe I should really get back into it. Also, it burned your phone battery a lot. Yeah. Schönbrunn Palace. I think that's where I went. I think that's the one. It was gorgeous. I think that's the one, and it's gorgeous. Yeah. So, yes. So we'll just call you Steve. Yes. Noted, Steve. We're glad you're here. what's your favorite Pokemon Go catch? Like, who's your favorite partner Pokemon that you've gotten there? Yeah, there's so many. And the shiny acquisition has gotten easier over the years. It's good times. You had a trip planned during the pandemic, but the money issues. Well, I hope that trip to Vienna manifests. And if you go during the holidays, boy, you will probably get a couple of markets. Oh, Mr. Mime, so you've gotten the European exclusive. Well done, well done. Yeah, those are fun, the regional exclusives. Yeah, I was just talking to someone about some of those and that they've sort of expanded the list. I don't know. Do I have a Kangaskhan? I don't know. I don't think I have a Kangaskhan. Oh, you have a Trubbish and ZA as one of your main team members? Mr. Mime is a fun pick. Mr. Mime is, Mr. Mime, I could go on for an hour about Mr. Mime because, like, out of context, Mr. Mime kind of horrifying. If you watch the anime, you kind of fall in love with Mr. Mime because he's, like, takes such good care of Ash's mom. So those two things together, good things. Why do I have an alert? What is the alert? That's funny. All right. There's an alert that it throws now. Streamlabs throws an alert like unmute your microphone, but it's like hidden. So like I love the sentiment, but if you think that I'm talking unmute, if you think I'm talking to a muted microphone, love the sentiment. I'm okay if you're a little bit more prominent. Steve, you play very rarely right now. Yeah, I don't play Pokemon Go a ton, although I might get back into it now that I'm in a proper urban area. Oh, you've been lip reading this whole time. Yeah, who needs audio? Nobody needs it. But I might get more back into it. Like I had played for years and then the pandemic kind of slowed it down. And then the thing about the pandemic was I also got diagnosed with a disability that got worse in the pandemic that interfered. Like I used to run marathons and half marathons and 10Ks and stuff. And so mobility has been a challenge for me. These moves in Los Angeles, where I moved after the pandemic, you can't walk anywhere. And everyone's like, oh, ha, 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 walking. And you go and you're like, oh, right. Yeah, that's just because you don't like walking. No. It's because logistically, it's just not a thing. And I had moved from a place where I lived for 17 years where there was like a beautiful river walk that I could do all the time. And that was great for catching Pokemon. So, it just sort of fell by the wayside. Now I live next to some of the most notorious like Pokemon Go stops that in existence. And so it's probably worth me thinking about it again. And it's also ironic because like, wow. So I worked for Scopely for 8 months before going to Pokemon Company International. And then completely unrelated, Scopely bought Pokemon Go. And so I have friends at Pokemon Go who now work at Scopely. And so I was like, I can help give you some context about what it's like at Scopely. It's just, it was the confluence of things has been a lot. But also the thing about making video games is that they take a lot of time to make. And then you also have to play the one that you make, which consumes a big amount of time. And then also I've been writing a book about video games and then making a podcast about video games and play testing video games for BAFTA awards and things. And so you get to like, where is the free time for like the arbitrary choices of video games? And there's like this tiny little infinitesimal bit up at the top. But yeah, you don't have to like play Pokemon Go for large amounts of time is the thing. You just have to make it fit back in your life and make it on the device. Have I considered a time turner? Vasco, you know that time turning was a joke on this channel years ago. We had a character named Time Turner. Yes, but no one has offered me an actual time turner. You're learning game dev now, Kurazar. Like, what platform are you choosing as your sort of sandbox? You doing like Unity? You doing Fortnite? You doing like Roblox or Minecraft? You gave your game simulations department head your information in case they want to do anything with you. That's so cool. Thank you for sharing that. Unreal. Oh, so you went straight for the Unreal is very powerful. It's very complex. But like that is very but I hope, let me know if you have thoughts or questions, Kurazar. That's, or if you like listen to the podcast, you're like, what did I want to do? Yeah, because I'm very curious about how all of my content lands for folks who are going on this journey. And, I talk with people about this a lot, right? Is it a tough time in the game development industry? Yes. Does that mean games stop? No. Does that mean we change? A lot of people are going to like pursue their game development careers as an avocation for a while things stabilize? Yes. So you're doing exactly the thing that I would recommend people do, is like keep looking for work and pursue the thing in parallel. If you can find game jams near you, those are an excellent way to start building out network and things like that. Those are great. Oh, Epic Games HQ is 30 minutes from your apartment. Well, that is a nexus of gaming, to be sure. I still haven't got my head around the fact that they're like, well, now Fortnite will ship Unity games. If you don't know anything about video game engines, it's kind of like saying like, we're gonna ship a Star Trek story in Star Wars. That's kind of the vibe. You're like, what? Yeah, but I mean, it's not bad. It's just, what? Weird. Cool. Weird. Cool. Digimon Pokemon, yeah. It's funny too, because yesterday/today, because I flew an overnight flight to get here today. I do a lot of red eyes from Seattle to Philadelphia because I live in both places. Yeah, Unity and Unreal. Yeah, Jakey. Right? Like, what? And I guess it might not be in Unreal. It might be that like you're running it like a virtual machine and it's just like Fortnite's hosting those things. It's like, I haven't read I'm going to have an opinion about it, but I just don't have the time to look into that right now because there's a lot of other things happening. Like, also I have a game that I'm shipping and has lots of things going on. Like, I don't have time to. Yep. But so anyway, I was saying, so I live in both those places and I usually fly red eyes, which means that you don't usually interact with the people on the plane, right? Those of us who fly red eye flights, there is a process. And it mostly consists of shutting off your perception of anything and anyone around you to try to get some sleep and pretend like it's bedtime. And it's just like a social contract, right? For some reason, yesterday, the woman who ended up sitting next to me, I just turned to me and was like, how are you doing today? And it didn't even, like, sometimes you're like, I'm fine. And then you like go away. But I was like, I'm good. How are you doing? And it felt like I had known her for years and like our circles overlap. Like there's like psychology and gaming overlap stuff. Like it was Dungeons and Dragons and studying Japanese. There was like all these overlaps. It felt very aligned, but I was just like, I haven't connected with someone on a plane. No, like in a really great way. Like I really hope that like we become friends and continue afterwards because like her work is fascinating. I think she thought my work was really interesting and like I think we could really help each other out. And I think rarely do things feel that aligned just randomly, and I don't know what caused me to react in a positive way when it's like 11:30 p.m. and you just kind of want to go to sleep. Yeah, but yeah. So yeah. Corbin Flagger says, thankful I'm in a sector where demand is never ending and employment is guaranteed. Tech sector sounds like a lot of work. It is. And I mean, one of the big lessons that anybody should take away from the last 2 decades of tech is that it's feast or famine. So save your money. If you do get into tech, at times they will throw lots of money at you. It's important that you save it and learn how to, build stability with it. You don't spend it at the rate that you get it because they're throwing a lot of money at you when they have it and they will take it away when they don't. And that has hurt a lot of people who thought that it was a one-way street, that it was just going to be, feast forever. And it is not that. Yeah, it is not that. Which is not to say that those people are like failures, but it would be nice if the world was like what we were taught, where jobs were stable, but they're not. And so the best protection against the instability of the tech industry is finding ways to take what they give you and build stability out of it. Hi, Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda has a joke. How do you unlock the door to the Thanksgiving party? With the turkey. That's why you quickly move back to your parents after layoff. Yeah, I mean, that's smart. Just build the nest egg, do what you can. And sometimes getting more money in tech leads to burnout as well. Yeah, money can be used as a lever. Perks can be used as a lever. Like, that was one thing I always talk to people about, was like, if you go to a tech place that has free meals, that is a signal that they expect you to be around for those meals. And so you better be prepared for the cultural pressure to be around more. Like, that was absolutely true, at Riot. And, and I knew that going into Riot, and, you figured it out. But Corporate Fire says, you don't think anyone has been laid off in your present sector for at least a decade? Well, you chose correctly. Can buttons be used as lever? It's a great question. I think anything is possible, just some things are very, very hard. And so It's a Trap says that you have opinions on the tech sector, which you will not share here for your own sanity. That's fair. This is a bit of a hard turn, but speaking of technology, we are still in Mercury retrograde. So give yourself grace if your technology is failing, because it's still retrograde is still retrograding. There were a number of things that have systems that have, like Comcast. If you want to break Comcast, show up and ask for a third internet. And you're like, oh, which one do you want to cancel? I'm like, no, I need another one because I can't move out of my place right away because the bed didn't come on time. So I need another one. But then they shut off the wrong one on Friday and I got disconnected in the middle of the call. It was like a whole thing, but then they never connected the new one to my account. And so that wasn't acceptable, all the thing. Anyway, but speaking of Mercury retrograde and things like that, this has not been a good month to be a person who travels a lot on planes, right? In the United States, we kind of forgot how to run a country. And thank goodness for all of the amazing people in the TSA and air traffic controllers and stuff. They're better than we deserve, who showing up when they were not being paid to keep the country running. And, we're through that. Although I will say, like, walking through TSA yesterday, I overheard TSA agents talking to each other being like, have you been paid yet? Nope. That's not great right before the holidays. But you'd think, watching from the outside, that that's all resolved itself. Obviously it has not. But now, from my lived experience, it's gone from general to highly targeted. Because I'm sitting in the airport last night, the Seattle Tacoma airport, and an article crosses my Blue Sky feed. Governor Bob Ferguson declares a state of emergency due to the fuel shortage at the Seattle Tacoma International Airport. Fuel shortage at one airport? Can't they just bring the fuel from another airport? Apparently not. Very easily. No. Yeah. So there's some kind of issue in the pipeline down from like the Arctic. And so it's leaking and they had to shut the pipeline off. And so they're like trucking fuel to the airport, but that's not enough to keep up with the demand of a holiday week. And so I'm like, this feels very targeted. And so the fact that my plane boarded on time, took off on time, early Christmas miracle, like the fact that we are here. And to your point, Jakey, did the FAA crap have issues for you? I preemptively made changes to minimize the risk of those issues. What do you mean by that? I had layovers scheduled in airports that were higher on the list of affected airports, and I changed them so that I had no layovers, and then I was going through airports that were lower on the list of affected airports. That kind of stuff. There was, a trip I needed to take to California for those medication refills, for that appointment with that neurologist, a virtual appointment where I was going to fly to LA. I canceled that flight because LAX was having huge problems that week. And I just drove 10 hours one way to California to take the virtual meeting on the border. So yes, the FAA thing did affect me very materially. But, not as much as people who work there and didn't get paid for like a month. So, I can live. Yeah, and she's also a big fan of no layovers, Jam Platts. But the whole trying to get back from Pittsburgh on a very specific day was kind of a challenge. Yeah, Pittsburgh to Seattle is apparently not a common route, and so there's not very many choices. It's not. I mean, I wouldn't say that it's the meeting in Weed, California was a godmother fashion so much as, Dave found that very funny, but that was the nearest big city to where I had ended up when the hotel Wi-Fi where I did end up was a disaster. Like, I ran the speed test and it had 5 megabits. 5. Not 500. Not 50. 5. Yeah. You did manage to take a meeting on that. I don't know how. That was another holiday miracle. I kicked off a whole relationship with the company that way. I did get kicked off the meeting once and then had to come back into it. You've never had a layover flight. Well, you do live in the middle of the country at a hub, so it would be weird. You live in layover central, so basically you are the layover. So that's nice. Fast Go to Gamer says speed test result, nah, accurate. Oh god, it's yeah. Mm-hmm. So we've been on for almost an hour. It might be time to start the gaming thing that people come for. I suppose. Well, everyone, we're headed towards winter. I raise a glass of toasted apple cider to you, or toasted is sparkling apple cider. I wouldn't recommend toasting apple cider because then you'd be pouring liquid into a toaster, and that's really not a good idea at all. So I raise a glass of sparkling apple cider to you, and I toast you, or mulled wine. That's lovely if you are an adult and enjoy such a beverage. But I hope that you enjoy if you are celebrating a holiday week, and if not, enjoy the end of your November as we the word for mulled wine is glögg. That is an amazing word. Does it sound like an onomatopoeia to you? Because what's also interesting is onomatopoeias change from culture to culture. So, like, do people find it satisfying that word is what it is in your culture? Because it's satisfying to our ears that is what it is. So fascinating. Yeah. Anyway, good to see you all. I'm wishing you a positive resolution to the rest of Mercury Banana Retrograde. And I don't know when I'll see you next, but cheers, everyone. Da-da-da. Yes, flying direct whenever possible. I agree. This was one of those situations where I had booked a direct flight, then I changed the date. There weren't any more direct flights left, so I had to lay over through Texas, and then they started doing the shutdown increases. I was like, I do not want to get stranded in Texas. So I changed it all around, and then Cincinnati happened. Weirdly, in Cincinnati, the most notable thing in the Cincinnati airport was the vending machine that was scalping Pokemon cards right next to my gate, which felt also very targeted. It's very strange. So I downloaded a lot of games. So I'm going to change my filter to installed locally. We're going to see what we've got. And Cincinnati is better than Texas. Probably a controversial thought to some. Hold, please. I'm going to transition myself manually because my Stream Deck is not happening. And we're going to go to PC bottom. Great. So we've got a lot of games to choose from. Blippo is like a weird live action, like TV parody thing. I don't even know what that is. Oonts. Thank you for the gift subscription. There's a deck building game from the people who made Battle Chef Brigade, which is funny because when we were packing to move me over here, screen's off. Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Hold, please. Here's some bunny butt for you. You don't like what? You don't want to just watch chat on wait. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So, let's back up. You need to see the Blippo thing. The Blippo thing is like a weird vibe. It's like live action TV parody thing. I don't know what the heck is going on there. There's Battlesuit Aces, which is a deck builder made by the people who made Battle Chef Brigade, which is funny because I found my apron from Battle Chef Brigade while we were getting ready to move me across the country again. There's this, which is like a cozy game make room. You're making nice little rooms. There is Pocket Boss, which like I don't even know. It has very positive reviews, but it's like very abstract. It feels very Severance-y. Okay, I have questions about that visual, but okay. There's Spooky Express, which feels like a Dwarf Romantic, but with like little spooky characters. Portal I've definitely played. I love Portal. Portal is great. So I downloaded all of those. I felt like I downloaded more, but maybe that's all that I downloaded. Ball Pit. Oh yeah, Ball Pit. What is this one? Oh, this was nominated for Best Independent Game, so I downloaded that one. Brick Breaking, Ball Fusing, Base Building, Survival Roguelike. Hordes of enemies with ricochet. So, okay, it's giving... Ball Pit is supposed to be really, really good. Okay, cool. And then Absoluum, which also seems to be getting nominated for things. Simply Stunning. Which is also... I mean, it looks like an anime, which is nice. So it sounds like we're feeling Ball Pit and then something else because we anticipate Ball Pit getting repetitive. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good because we like variety streaming here, so that's fine. I'm just gonna, before we go through the whole dance, where identify. Okay, that one. So theoretically, if this is my main display, this is the one that the game should play on. But it always plays on the wrong screen. Oh no, it played on the right screen this time. Cozy game to end stream sounds fine. Heck, I love it when a plan comes together, people have ideas and we all agree on them, or other people have ideas in general. Because boy, the things I can't. Work is I can't talk about work, but work is like so aligned right now. Like so, there's so many opportunities. All right, so settings, volume, gonna deal with it. Disable enemy chanting. Special ball. Yes, I love Portal, and I love Portal 2. And some people may not know, but the crazy sort of eye robot from Portal 2 that I'm forgetting his name was animated by Karen Prell, who is the puppeteer behind Red Fraggle. So let's do a new game. Wheatley! Yes, Wheatley! You have to tell your boss if you're sick the night before? Babylon has fallen. A pit is all that remains. I'm so sorry, Jakey. That's not really humane. Now treasure seekers flocked stuff that's fast. That's not... That would not work on my team. Aim with R, shoot with RT. I mean, it's a lot of... Okay. Just adjust the game speed, huh? Upgrade ball. 4 stacks of bleed. 10% chance. I like the dodge because I'm not good at this right now. Are those my balls that come back at me? They're not hurting me. Okay. This is very chaotic. Poison. I think poison is useful here because I don't have to hit everything as hard. Why is this not getting poisoned? Vision randomly ups your equipment 1 or more times. Okay. Increase ball launch. All baby balls. What's a baby ball? Huge thing. I don't know where my health is. My health is gone. Health is lower left. Okay, well. Welcome to new ball below on your home base. Press Y to open the sidebar. Build the forest tile. You'll have to send someone out to harvest them. So I don't have gold. I don't know what to do after that. The question is, was that level designed to like cut me off after a time? You know what's funny is the place I left is in the Pacific Northwest. I knew it was near the Riot Games location in the Pacific Northwest, but I didn't find that location until yesterday when I accidentally stumbled upon it after successfully submitting my change of address. And I was like, and it had this very visceral reaction because I wasn't expecting to find it. And so I had just gotten lunch and I turned the corner and I saw the Rito Games sign, which you would normally see when walking back across like Olympic Boulevard. And I was like, ugh, because it felt like I had time traveled back to Los Angeles. It was like, oh God, there's that. Oh, that's their building. Oh, I see. The balls have a lifespan, so if you maybe don't hit them direct, you get more stuff off of them. Clever. Yeah, the baby ball's dealing more damage is a pretty good one. Alright, one level. I don't know what that did. I'm sure it was not bad. Fire rate. There was a thing about healing, and I don't know how anyone heals. Okay. Earthquake. Brood mother. Lightning. We like being Pika. Not getting enough frost balls in general. Which part of this is considered the chanting? There is a whole setting for disabled enemy chanting. Destroy the 2 nearest enemies when you are hit from close range. I like that one. That one seems like a good survival tactic. What is fusion and fission? Wait.
Thanks to a Demolition 1 for my sub gift. Hey Cheryl, I hope you are holding up all right.
Hi Airden. It's been a wild couple of weeks, and I don't recommend the number of moves that I do, but thank you. I'm doing okay. Bleed and fuse. Things got bigger. but my balls aren't going very well. Get the stuff. Boss or something, right? This seems not great. Let's see what happens. Because I'm about to die anyway. Freeze bleed. Help. Well, that went better. I don't think this game is going to be my favorite, but, you know, it's certainly something. So the fusion is better. That was the thing that wasn't clear. Like, is it good to do the thing? Also not clear. Harvest. I guess what I want to do here is build more. Okay. And then, can I build more stuff? Not yet. Fusion is good, but reduces number of large balls short term. Evolution tends to be best, but requires specific pairs of balls to be leveled up. When you say evolution, do you mean the general concept of evolution, or is there like evolution? There's like a meta game. If you're just joining, hi, I'm Cheryl, aka Funny Godmother, and we are playing Ball Pit, which is a relatively new roguelike breakout inspired game. Evolution is the third upgrade type, I see. So there's a trick to, you know, kind of bouncing off of each other. More stacks of bleed. as well. Vampire. Oh, it's very hard to get here. Ooh, vampire way up. Oh, but we still died. But we're level 2 now, so that's something. Lots of old Peggle strategies coming back to you. Ooh, that's a deep cut. Still don't have enough gold to do the thing. We'll play a little bit more, and then I think we're going to change. Hey, Madbird Streams, thank you for the follow. I'm Cheryl, aka Funny Godmother, game developer, game author, game professor, video game, all the things. If people tell you that your time playing video games will come to nothing, I am the antithesis. I am the proof against such nonsense. One of the things I'm most mad about with my move is I wasn't able to play enough of Pokemon Legends EA to participate in the drawing for this week for doing enough things in Legends EA, which is a wild problem to have at work. But it was important to get out of there. One thing, while I was at the apartment yesterday, the old apartment in Seattle yesterday, doing my final exit, I was leaving and I noticed that, you know, I pay a lot of attention to details around the sewer trench construction site, and a couple of weeks ago they had removed the signage and supporting signage, like stands, which are bad. It was like, and I made a sound while driving my car, like that screaming goat, because I was like, I know what that means. I know what that means. Let's be vampires. Live forever. I feel less ethically calmed about it in this particular scenario. Back, but no. Well, that didn't work. It hasn't grabbed me yet. Like, it's fine. Interesting. It's like that TV screensaver thing. Let's do one more round and we're gonna move on, because there are many more games to play. it's just like, you know, so I live and breathe video games, right? And so there's a lot to say for tuning your initial curve. And I get it, it's a roguelike. But if you don't give people a sense that the thing is masterable early on, there's a million other games to play. And this one, like, we're still chonking on the first level. And it's not like I'm bad at games. Like, I picked up Hades pretty fast. Like, it just, the nuance isn't quite there. And some people will love it, but it's not. Yeah, it's not blowing you away. Obviously, there are strategies. Maybe it's like skee ball. Once you see the strategies, it's like a whole different game. That talk about hitting the back of the field seem really optimistic. The game really hasn't shown what progression looks like yet. Like, why do I want to keep defeating these things? What makes it more interesting, more engaging? Like, Ooh did a really good job very quickly of, like, making it clear how, like, new mechanics showed up. Another example of a game, like I've been having this conversation a lot in my talks and workshops, but you know, not all games are going to choose high resolution graphics, and this one obviously went for classic graphics, and you can do it for all sorts of reasons, because you want to evoke a certain feeling, because you want smaller file sizes, because it's just cheaper and easier for your team to develop. Field. That's what that is. Evolution fuses certain combinations of fully upgraded balls into powerful new balls. I don't know if that's good. I think that's worse than what I had. Random resource. No crowns of thorns, I'll tell you that. Well, we got a new character. And look. Well, we can try the new character, I suppose, because that was data that we didn't have when we were making the decision. How has scattered aim but shoots twice as fast. Constantly launches balls of any air available. Can move at full speed while shooting. Great. Okay. Change the health meter for each of the characters. It's a very intentional choice. Every 7 to 12 rows spawn. Okay, sure, we'll spawn some soldiers. Give me an army. Okay. Diversify, get some orbs. What's gonna get upgraded? Yeah, better skill birds. some crits. Break in there. So we had a weird experience because we, Dave had only been out of town here for like, I guess like a week and a half. But when we came back, a gas station that had not changed ownership in decades. It completely changed branding. And a store that he visits often for medical supplies had completely changed the way it was, like, completely remodeled. And it feels very much like a Biff Tannen kind of like weird alternate timeline thing, but like, no context. I feel like collecting the XP, they're trying to make it some sort of skill thing or keep you busy, but there's plenty of other things for you to do. It just kind of feels like, I earned that, why don't I get it? I'm getting robbed. Dave's doing well, yeah. Like, we've had some breakthroughs health-wise. Like, he did great with the drive across the country. Very grateful to him for his health. Health. Because he had to invest in his own health. Exactly. Did I ever see the arch sculpture over Lancashire in North Hollywood? Used to leave right there. Took a weekend trip and out of time. It was, archway was suddenly there. Is it like a light, like a rainbow light structure? I mean, like, I work on Lancashire and I don't know if I know what you're talking about. Is it like a long, like, art over the road arch structure thing? For context, Vasco and I used to both live in Los Angeles. Always vampire if you do vampire. Always hit from the right when you, at least when you have to. Thing is not playing nicely. I don't like the stone guys. I don't think they're really worth it. All characters get bonus dexterity. Well, what's interesting about that one buff I took is it meant that the orbs take a lot longer to... Yeah, I do remember that art. Well, no, a metallic frame painted lime greenish. What other things can I build? All right, let's switch games. It's fine. It's just not overwhelming. So what's next? Absoluum, Blippo. Spooky Express. Yeah, I mean, that would be weird. Because, like, that's the thing. What you're describing, Vasco, it's the same thing. Like often, like like the gas station completely changed its branding in like the week we were gone, and those things often take longer. Like they're not overnight things. You're describing a municipal construction project. Sort by install time. Well, these are all installed. You want to sort. I don't. Is there a sort? I see. Apparently, Ball Pit's not good at doing cloud syncy things. We can do Spooky Express. We could do Pocket Boss. Well, this is probably fast. It's probably weird. It's weird. Controllers not supported. No controllers. This is a palette cleanser. I have no idea. And then we can go to Absoluum. Synchronizing cloud. I downloaded you. Why are you synchronizing? Why is the cloud suddenly decided to go out of sync? Ball Pit doesn't want to exist. She doesn't speak well for it. I don't know how the implementations work. Like, I don't know if that's on them or Steam. Cotillion, is this made by the people that made Loop Hero? It shares an art style. Fix the chart for the report. This is a commentary on something. How does the revenue chart go like that? Business school. Does this feel familiar, Demolition? Number go up. Circle back later. Your data brain thinks this is hilarious. I mean, it's data shows zero competition now. Update the chart. Market share growth. Interesting. Or what? Everything. See, one of the things I liked about my conversation with my seatmate this morning on the flight was how she focuses on positive psychology and how there's lots of data that shows that people who have psychological well-being in workplaces give you all of those things, growth and productivity and everything. You wish that people would do things because they are the right thing to do, create safe spaces. But if you listen to my podcast Enduring Play and you listen to the people who have created successful, thriving environments, there's this theme of like psychological safety. And then, talking to this woman on the plane, she's like, and then there's this huge data with the study with like 1 million respondents that backs that up quantitatively. I was like, tell me more. Okay. I fixed it. Oh, yeah, this is a real team environment. Hey. Everybody loves a text with hey. Am I efficient? Ha! People are terrified of my efficiency. Interesting. Little clicky. Don't know if I loved doing 26 of those. It's not raining anymore. Is this whole game on the phone? Uh... That was weird. We got hacked. Boy, I've been there. Not me personally, but the companies I've been with. It's not great. Huh. Uh... What the heck? That graph went weird. Urgent pings. The color of this urgent ping. Oh my lord. That was weird. Oh, not for us. The recession is not bad for us. Okay. Sigh. It's liquidy. Okay. I need you. What happened? It looks like an intestine. I don't know. It broke. Unacceptable. Is it time to get laid off? The question is, can you control those mistakes? Like, I don't know what I could do with the wobbly graph. I don't want losses in this quarter. It's not really clear what to do here. Okay, I think I'm done. Okay. Next up, what next? We want an absolute. Okay. This should work great with my controller. Resonance cascade failure of the reality distortion field. The virus is collapsing into a subdirectory. Reboot the LAN. Thanks. The adventures of Lois and Clark. Oh, I love this game. The running install script, Microsoft VC redistributable. Aridin says it's supposed to be parody, but given the state of the world, it's too real. Yeah, I mean, there's ethics and then there's what happens. I mean, it's kind of like what's going on in AI, really. AI promise. Fix it. It'd be great if we could install that redistributable. Distributable. Let's try again. Mercury retrograde. Do the thing. What am I supposed to do with game that will not install? Cannot play game that will not install. Yeah, I have a controller. Thank you. You told me not to use it last round, but I have it. It's right here. It is right here. It is my commemorative shipped Xbox Game Pass controller for my games. Probably a lot more meaningful now that we have console titles. Rollback frames. Ping. Why would I need ping? Is this like an online game?
I have a blade, power, and a purpose.
So the game has now changed to Absalom. I'm here for the frog. Again, commentary on AI. The commentary continues. Hope and revenge, two great tastes that go great together. It's giving Lord of the Rings, but what if Sith?
Prisoner's convoy is almost here.
Let's save Mother!
Ah, this is giving me flashbacks to working on side scrollers for Pirates of the Caribbean. It's been a while since I played like a side scroller.
Be careful when you jump down.
Sort of a side scroller. Look at him, you know, like, oh, there's a grab. Okay. Their faces are funny. I like the animation. Game seems a little quiet. Well, that's something I can fix. There's so many of them. I do love the animation. Almost no audio. Okay, we can put more audio on if you want more audio. It just, you know, RT to perform Arcana.
The way you wield your arcana always delights me, my sister.
Are they real sisters or just friends? Ooh. Is it too loud now? Does it have like two settings, no audio and too loud audio?
Crimson Order will send reinforcements soon.
It won't matter if we reach Mother before then. Our comrades are in position.
Comrades. The art style is
Their
great.
sacrifice count.
I like what they've done with like the comic style pop-ups.
She's there. Hurry up.
See, this one I would consider on the spectrum of gaming graphics from my book, Game Development Strategy Guide, I would consider artistic because it's high quality and it doesn't really mimic reality at all. It has a very strong artistic perspective. Here. I mean, this looks like it wants to be done, you know. I see. Oh, there's a person in there.
Bind a ritual to your blood. You'll need it for this battle.
There's a pregnant woman in there. I don't know how to like pick between them. Oh, I see. Burning Strike, Fire Arcana. Yeah, Burning Strike.
This one seeks to consume the world.
Fire Punch!
With your life. Death is not to be feared.
Fire Punch. Yeah. Is that Mother? I guess that's Mother. That would explain the whole pregnancy thing. Death is not to be feared. Ow.
Draconic Ascent!
That didn't work out well.
As long as I breathe, I will find you.
Wizards! See to them!
Is that supposed to be like a head?
Your loyalty is commendable. I will it.
Oh dear. Where'd he go?
Death is just another step on your journey. You gave your life for me. I give it back. True to our pact. Azra wants to muzzle magic. He must fall so that Talam can flourish again.
She's a lot bigger than when we saw her last.
I am barely free. His control of magic is too strong. My own body will not give birth as long as he rules. You'll have to weaken him. Claim his great towers, disrupt the stream of his power. There is one nearby in Grandery, the troubled realm of the Mad Underking. Give him rest. Go now and strike!
Glory to you, children of Uchai.
My tree is found.
Praise the Blessed Mothers. Death will mean nothing for their chosen children. Your mother bears life. She is the first root sister to do so. It's a good omen, like this old tree.
Oh, is he gonna be my friend?
But I still serve. Its roots are weak. Beyond the altar, you will reach Grandery. There, you should find crystals to nourish the tree.
Because trees like crystals, obviously.
This door is blocked.
Ah! You finally made it.
How was your death, sir? Online. A temporary session is created based on the respective progression data of both players. This allows you to play together without spoilers. Interesting. I selected branching paths? When did I select branching paths? I had no idea I was selecting branching paths to begin with.
Burning fury, always hungry, just like...
Many greetings be upon you.
Why don't I
children
believe
of
that they're
Shawi.
positive greetings?
As it is our first encounter, I have brought a gift. A map.
Navigating screens literally navigates you to different parts of an overworld map that isn't strongly
Will help you
emphasized.
trace your
Will help you
steps
trace your steps to
towards
Azra and his
Azra
betrayer
and
kings.
his betrayer kings. Until I...
The Wild Coast. Have a rock. There's nothing in that box. It's very sad. Rude. Also rude. No respect. Zoidberg. Unstable economy. The best investment is sandwiches.
slowly taking back our land.
Fistful of crystals. Okay. What is that? I like how I'm burning aquatic creatures. Jeez.
That'll do.
Pet store? Why are there so many crabs? Okay.
During the Pact, the Underking guided ships to safe shores. But now, under Azra's rule, open...
I have a throwing axe. Well, thank you. Ow. Here I was thinking that you were trying to help me. Well, that worked. What the hell is that?
This shrine is shackled. Defiled.
Okay. Small tidal waves. That sounds fun. I'm not used to that.
and his Crimson Order aim to put all magic in chains, and the world with it.
So you got to say that after watching this one for even this little bit, this might be one of your favorites after the focus on variety and BAFTA. It seems really cool, but it seems really legit. Like, I mean, the art style is solid. Gameplay is accessible. There's a story in there. Animation.
Their hands
Way up
are
there,
so full
so
of enslaved
definitely up there with
powers
30 birds
that
for
they
me so
cannot
far.
guard all of it. Do you feel the strength of this? There is another ritual make.
And it's cooperative, right? You can have multiple people play it. Of course, with PC games, it's always a little challenging, but...
The cataclysm eroded the bond between. These fires are havens created by the Root Sisters. You'll be safe here. You may rest.
Safety is an illusion, but okay.
Time is our greatest treasure.
I don't get full health, I just get some health? Okay.
It's closed.
It's closed. That's it.
That'll do.
Well, that's a little bit better. How do I get up there with them? Oh, I can't, because the door is closed. Fair enough.
Here they come.
Now, award season, the first round of voting is open, so we'll probably continue to play some of these games, but just more detail as the nominees kind of narrow themselves down. And I'm grateful for the gift of being able to experiment with so many games. So
This one has a story to tell.
whole new mechanic here. He's so proud. Oh. Ow. I can't get you.
Draconic ascent!
That's a bomb. You killed your own dude. What was that? Ow. Okay, what do I get? Low speed, aerial attacks. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna take that. I wonder if these stay forever, if they just
That could prove
they
useful.
go away when I die. Thank you. Heck it. Oh, you're gonna attack me too? Rude. Where's your cheese?
I remember those streets filled with joy, the passion for life.
Well, Azure seems like a real buzzkill. Oh, that's a lot of crystals. I think the bee's on fire.
Draconic ascent!
Let them fight each other. I like that he threw a bomb and then he ended up dying from it because he forgot it was his bomb. Oh, well, there we go. Now we're gonna find out.
Death is just another step on your journey.
What does that do?
Hush now, my dove. My hands will let you fly once more. This hidden sanctuary was shaped to regrow the Order of the Root Sisters. Every step you make on the land channels its life force to my tree. The radiance our bond
Every
is
step.
glowing, and so
So
are
you
my
want me to
powers.
like do dances and
Even
stuff?
when you fail, this is a contest.
I like that
of
it's like even when you fail, you bring out strength. I
Azra
like that
will
it's a
bring
roguelike,
life
but
back
it
to
creates
his
in the
vassals
narrative
until you reach him and
positivity
deliver
around the
Talon
failure.
and myself from his grasp. My children, killing Azra is our only hope. Reken is an old friend to our cause. I have summoned her to train me. She is intimate with violence.
Well, that's
and
a
she will
quote.
teach you its
She is
ways
intimate with
until your
violence, and she will
body
teach you its
breaks.
ways until your body breaks. Okay. Okay. Thanks for that.
My heart lies in this tree. I could feed it crystals.
Okay. Inherit. More health is good. And critical chance. Those seem like good investments.
Praise the blessed mother.
Well, he seems like he's
As a
got
guardian,
energy.
I have faithfully served the roots. The treasures of this sanctuary are the primordial seeds, a gift from the roots.
Oh, I don't have enough of those
Step
yet.
closer. I won't bite you.
I mean, it kind of sounds like he will, but okay.
It's good you managed to free the big lady. She's tasked me with pushing you beyond your limits. You'll need to improve in every way if you hope to slay Azra the Conqueror. I expect you to give everything. Die as often
Die
as you
as
need to,
often
and
as
forge
you
the
need
way
to.
ahead. Dash towards your sibling.
No!
Oh. After a deflect, the enemy loses their balance.
Oh, that's what the punish was.
No!
Nice deflect, my friend. Be careful of red flashing, though. It will crush your deflect.
Red flashing.
Keep up the good...
What's attack?
If you get launched into the air, what matters is landing. Let your friend land a hit. On rare occasions, some hits are so powerful that it doesn't really matter.
Interesting.
As
There's
the
a lot of
most
skill.
important
Hey,
part of a
Keen,
fight
have a
is
good
always
week.
the
Thanks for
same.
joining. Fast Code Gamer. My heart lies in this tree. I left it there for safekeeping, and now I don't know how to get it back.
Do not get hit.
Do not get hit. Oh, thank you for the very helpful battle advice. That's so helpful. So helpful. Pro tip, don't die.
My blade
The
is restless.
more you
There are
know.
vulnerable foes at hand. The sea gives, the sea takes. Ha!
I don't know if I like this one as much, but we'll go this way this time. Yeah, it's like
This is a
It's okay to die.
declaration of war
Also, don't
against
die.
any trespasser.
I want my fire
broken,
sword.
and the trees are hungry.
Have you tried feeding them crystals? Because I wouldn't have thought of that. You know, pro tip. You can line up to fight me. I'm just going to do this very methodically. Are they not dead? Okay. Got some crystals. Yeah, this guy's like, you know what? That's not for me. You guys have fun. I'm gonna wait. Oh, no thank you. Those weird one-eyed bunnies are interesting. Like that. I was gonna say I need cheese. That is cheese. I am not a cheese person, but in this game, apparently I am.
No secret escapes a maiden of the Silver Cord.
Floor cheese. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la. What do I do with gold? Wild chicken is better than floor cheese. No contest.
Betrayers have found us!
Why do I feel like fighting on the bridge is a bad idea?
One with...
Kasplow. That's the technical term for that. No more floor cheese. Okay. Ah, we found another teleporter.
Enslaver of rituals. The five winds are powerful servants.
The kaplow. Nah, that's probably a future book. Is sound effects, just onomatopoeias. Yeah. Mana flow. Skill Y greatly increases gale on the enemy until a tornado is created. Well, that just sounds fun and topical given that Wicked is out right now. So, okay. Did that kill me? No, it did
Behind
not.
this bridge is the thrice holy mountain, the heart of a dead pact.
The thrice holy mountain. Not
Have
twice.
no desire to rot here. That will do.
And who are we?
I won't challenge you. The goblins roam the river. Please talk to them if we cannot send our tribute.
There's a whole thing. Okay. Let me go see if I can send a tornado to you know, scare them off. I do use Y a lot. What do I do with that fish? This is beautiful. Look at the water. Probably a little motion sickness inducing to some, but... Have fun with your own thing. Ah. Haha. Make your own bomb. Ow. Where's my tornadoes? Wind mocks. Ritual of wind effects increased by 10%. I think...
Even the smallest thing can help.
I think that's... The tornado is obviously a wind effect.
Draconic ascent!
Ow. Hey. Damage received. Yes, that one
Might be a boon.
is a boon. That is exactly what it is.
Now!
Jumped onto a boat? That's very action. Anyone else? I don't know know if I like the Gale thing.
Burning fury, always hungry, just like my sword.
So skill Y is now both going to do burn and Gale. So I'm just... It is very arcade game TM. Ninja Turtles is a good analog. But so much prettier. Ninja Turtles done in this art style would be amazing.
Our champion.
Oh, there's a champion. Okay.
I am Kazor,
Speaking of onomatopoeias.
champion of the tribe. There can we fight.
Well, hi. I need to tornado you. Ow. Well, we did pretty well there.
Death is just another step on your journey.
We got
The
more.
champion of the forest has claimed you.
Does that mean we're like boyfriend girlfriend now? Like what does that mean? I mean, I haven't come across any places to buy stuff, but fine.
This door is...
I'm going steady with the voice of the forest. You don't know the half of it.
Look upon this.
A window to other things that can be.
Used to reach other lives. You may lay your...
What do you mean? Is it this?
I created this last sanctuary in case all...
This is just stuff at the bottom. That I don't, does he mean the online thing? What's down here? Crystals. I get another unlock. Let's go find something we like. I'm going shopping. Time for a shopping spree. It's Black Friday in the forest. I think it's mana gain. All right. Let's do another one. We'll do one more run, and then there was a request to end with cozy games, and so this is a good game, but I don't think it fits the cozy game aesthetic, so we'll go there for our Final round.
I hear a faint song. Hope is wounded but alive.
Fiery ring, dodge.
This one
This is a skill conspiracy. They want me to do skillful things, and I don't know if I like it. I like slashy slash. I don't know why I just like held that thing up like a trophy. Can't go back once we've gone forward. I think that grove can't be redone. So, one of the things I like about the Samsung TVs, there's like the Samsung TV Plus, so there's like a whole bunch of TV channels on it. And I've discovered that right now, and it's not forever, it's always temporary, but there is a Sailor Moon channel on Samsung TV Plus. So if you were a Sailor Moon fan. Firefox can't establish a connection to the server at Google. Mercury retrograde! But it's good to just turn on and stuff. You know, they have a Pokemon channel, and I was doing that for a while, but like I do also need like some other things in my life that aren't like I do experience a lot. You know, I never thought that I would get to like a point where there's too much Pokemon in my life, but like I mean my dreams are about work, which is Pokemon. My free time is about Pokemon, so it's good to have something that is not that. The internet is over. Virus equals variance.
Draconic Ascent!
Where's my cheese? Looks like more stuff. What is this? Okay, Ring of Magic. I don't do a lot of throwables, so we'll do the magic. I mean, I'm tired of Demolition. I have had so little time to myself over the last few weeks. I'm trying to stay positive. I didn't want to have to move early. I didn't want to have to move again at all. Like, it was fine if I didn't have, like, if I could have just stayed at the other place, but the conditions made it untenable. and I lose so much precious time to this moving thing, and it's cost me like so much money in buying new furniture and stuff like that. But this is I also can't deny that, like, this is my life's work right now. Like, the opportunities that I have here are the kinds of opportunity I have always wanted, and I just have to figure out how to make it work. La 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 la.
I can hear the waves filled with sorrow.
Well, the thing that's fun to me is that the Pumbaa, he like looks like he's skipping and having a great time.
Time is our greatest treasure.
Throwing dagger, I want more food.
The only path is down there.
Thank you, Jam. Yeah, wander stuff is also on the list. I might have even downloaded it, but it just, so you all know, like, we will be streaming next Sunday. I am here still. I am not going back to the other location until December 2nd. So, now, the streaming situation, I might need to do a test stream or something prior to that Sunday to just make sure everything, like, the setup's not 100%. The monitors aren't working exactly how I want them. I've had to switch back and forth between a couple of different monitors and KVM switches. It's a lot, you know, having to set this, the way I live with like a work PC and a work dock and then a streaming PC, and being able to switch monitors and keyboard and mouse between them, and like having streaming lights. It's very complicated. Having to set that all up from scratch again is never favorite. I wonder if that's the red flashing that the lady was talking about. That's what you can call this, the coach. I don't like these things. 100%. It sounds like she's saying 100%. But that's not what she's saying. Here's a fun thing. I don't know if I mentioned, but at the last place, my both of these setups, I have a center ring light around the camera that is smaller, and USB, and it in the last apartment, it developed the ability to turn itself on, you know, and it's like there are two options. It was either the electrical in that place was haunted, or the electrical in that place was messed up, or
is just another
it was some kind of haunting, right? Because it's not smart. It's not a smart device. It doesn't have like digital control of the thing. It doesn't. There's no software for it. It pulls power. That's all it does. And I moved it to the new place, and I have it plugged into a different USB receptacle, and now it's turning itself on more. So there's definitely like technomancer stuff going on, because it's not, there's no logical explanation for that. This is one of those like painting flying 4 feet off the wall things. I have been in contact with spirit to try to figure out it's not bad. It's not a bad spirit. It's like a new partner kind of thing, but yeah, it's better than like Alexa whispering and doing weird creepy things. Anyway, so how do I don't want to lose projects. Oh. Controller chose this moment to disconnect for some reason.
I can still feel the rushing waters which...
It's a weird thing to say, but okay.
The Forever song hums quietly here.
The Forever song? This is the song that doesn't end? It goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it not knowing what it was, and they'll be singing it forever just because. This is the song that never ends. Mother's Grace, which gives you 25% of max health. That's obviously what I want. So, what I don't love is like the lose all progress on current level, but like, am I on a current level? I don't know. So last but not least, we're gonna do this one. Don't have a ton of time, but we'll give it a little bit of a vibe. Because we're committed to variety streaming here, because my Steam list is bonkers. And I'm excited because there was a game I heard about at GDC last year, Green Hearth Necromancer or something. Their demo is out, and I want to play that too, but it's not in the BAFTAs list, so I'm going to give it some time. It's a cute little house. So at the airport yesterday, there was a vending machine that vended sandwiches, but they all had like faces on them, and I didn't know how to feel about that. I did know how to feel about that. I didn't feel great about it. Which icon looks like a cross? Oh, that one. This is very much a mouse game. Table category. That's the desk category, which is not the same thing as the table category. I don't know. Whoa! Whoa! So I don't know what the rotation, I literally don't know what the rotation button is. Like, what is this? What is this? You can't see my icon. So definitely hope that Jessica says, hope this game doesn't evoke fury about a fictional boyfriend forcing her to pull him into hiding. I want another unpacking. That is a good game. What, someone tell me what this icon means. I am already stymied. No, I don't want another one. I literally don't know what rotation is. It's not like the mouse is zooming in and out. Like, I can't move past this point in the tutorial. It's because we only have like 10 minutes left in the stream because like, what the what? Let's try again. First, let's get rid of the laptop. The desk is too small. We need a long desk. Now it's working, but it wasn't working there. Which one's a monitor? Which one's a TV? I mean, is this what we want? Why do we have CRTs? Chairs. Which one is chairs? I don't want to save this. This is not inspired. Does this menu have any suggestions for holding lifetime Flareon? Asking for brother, your brother, me, asking for me. Has it come in yet? I'm so sorry that my move has kept me from seeing how your life is adapting to the life-size Flareon. Yeah, there's something very extremely funny about the two CRTs on the modern desk. There's just a lot going on. And also, where is save? want to save that. I just saved. Easel. What would an easel be? I feel like it. Okay, there we go. Sturdy table for drawing at. Large window. Posters. Is that a poster? Here's artwork. I don't know. Oh, I see. Plants. Huh? Fast coded gamer says water leakage. This game is being deliberately triggering right now. Yeah, yeah. This game is really making some assumptions that, like, what I'm making is going to be good. Camper renovation. A cleaning tool. Vacuum. Is that part of the old kitchen? That pot, does it offend us? Is it this? What's the last kitchen piece? Oh, is it this faucet? We need kitchen things. That's a very large cabinetry. That is a store. What about like normal cabinets? Do we have normal cabinets? I don't think we have normal cabinets. Assemble with care. Oh, that's cute. Is there like a whole kitchen section? Kitchen cabinets, whole different thing. Whole different thing. These are great. They're totally aligned. Doesn't bother me at all. Doing great. Appliances. There's no food preparation here, only stove. You can prepare your food, but you have to hold it while you're preparing it, because that's your fault for doing camper things. I can hack this by doing the thing and then not doing the thing. Those don't seem like the right height at all. Is it so good? Is it really? I wouldn't call it inspired. The thing about it is it doesn't feel very skill driven. Like, it doesn't feel like satisfied, because it's not like, oh, I'm really good at lining it up, or oh, I'm really good at coordinating colors, or oh, it's just like, do thing. Great. Do another thing. Great. But if you like doing things, it's fine. And idle and cozy games, some of them are just kind of built that way, like Trash Goblin is just like, do thing. All right, well, I think we've got the sense of that game. Okay, well, let me get us back manually to where we need to go. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for spending time. You're almost at the end. You're almost at the end of November. Almost got it. Vasco Gamer says there's something weird about the amount of customization. Not enough to make it look like your own, but too much direction to make it feel like you're applying your creativity to the space. And, like, it's fussy. Like, it doesn't, like, the snapping, the grid stuff isn't really there. And so it just doesn't feel satisfying to put stuff in there. I love Tiny Bookshop. It's a super cute, cozy game. And I think it's just this one it renders well, right? Like, that looks super cute. The aesthetic is cute, but like putting it together, it's just and maybe that's like makes so, honestly, like, we'll put The Sims together because he observed a bunch of people using architecture software to make like basically dollhousey kind of stuff. So maybe for players that are not me, this is exactly what they want. Something that lets them play The Sims without playing The Sims, because The Sims is like 1,000,000 gigabytes. So the little hot smile sky guy is super cute, and it is chill, and maybe this is just like a dream for some people. And that's great. Like, more different games for more people. So it is not to say that it is a bad game. It is just
a little Thanksgiving treat.
A little Thanksgiving treat. Thank you so much, Demolition. I think for me, like, when we reflect on chapter 1 of my book, The Game Development Strategy Guide, the motivators of players subjective, and I am kind of an old school. Self-expression is important, but mastery is also important. Like, I like to feel that sense of progression and growth and things, and that just doesn't feel like it's here. It's like, oh, you did it, now take a picture of the thing. Like, there's not that push, but that's okay. Like, a lot of modern gamers don't care about mastery, so that's okay. This might speak very well to all of those people. And that's another thing. Hey, it's really cool that Steam is not doing Steam Cloud things. I love that for me. Why are we doing that? That's weird also that Google is having an issue and Steam Cloud is having an issue. Like, are we streaming in some kind of pocket internet? Mine is working. Google was working, but like, why? But yeah, thank you all for being here. If you're watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, keep an eye out for me. I'll have a bright yellow rain jacket on. Yeah, it's maybe you'll see me on the broadcast. Maybe you won't. Maybe you won't. But I hope you have a wonderful holiday if you're celebrating. And if not, I hope you have a wonderful week. And we will see you here Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific, to continue our Magic Mafia journey. Everybody, thank you for being here. Oh, and there's not going to be any music because our little friend isn't working. So just imagine, and there's names coming, and it's, it's a whole thing with credits, and it's really great.